I'm Sharon Betters, and this is day 6 in the 12 days of Christmas hope. When I was 39 years old, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, which required 6 months of aggressive chemotherapy and losing my hair and all the stuff that went along with chemotherapy so many years ago. I suddenly realized that our son Dan, who was 12, was hugging me a lot. Every time he would go by me, he would give me a hug. And finally I said, Dan, love it, but what's going on? And he said, my teacher said that everybody needs 12 hugs a day in order to live longer. And so I'm helping you live longer, Mom. Well, we passed that on to our grandson, Joven. Joven is very affectionate, loves to give hugs, and every time I would see him, I would say, Jovi, you have to give me a hug because I'm running out of hugs. And so every time he sees me, he comes over, and he's 11 years old, and he'll say, Grammy, I think you need some more hugs to fill up your cup. Well, I think all of us want to have hugs. Every one of us has probably heard about how good hugs are for us in so many ways, mentally, emotionally. And I love hugs, and I'm going to miss getting a lot of hugs this Christmas because we are not going to be able to be with our family like so many of you. And so I want to talk to you just a little bit about what it means for us to experience hugs through the Lord. You know, when we lost our son Mark, I just was so broken, and I wondered where the Lord was at times. And then later I realized that God sent people into my life to be his hands, to be his hugs, to be his touch. And it reminds me so much of how we struggled with wondering where God was in those deepest, darkest moments. And we realized later we were in his grip, we were safely in his grip, that he was hugging us, he was holding on to us. And that's why Chuck named the radio broadcast that Inc Ministries started over 25 years ago, In His Grip, because we know that if he did not hold on to us, we would not be able to hold on to him. He promises he will not allow anyone to pluck us out of his hand, and nothing will separate us from his love. Sometimes that hug comes in the form of a person maybe you've never even met. And I want to read to you a note that I received from a woman who reads Daily Treasure on a regular basis. And I feel as though that ministry of Mark Inc. is a hug for her, but her note is a hug for me as well. She says, I am coming out of a 30-year marriage to an abusive man. I have little confidence in my ability to make decisions, and I'm almost destitute because I have no means of supporting myself. But then I discovered Daily Treasure. The first thing I do every morning is read the devotional, expecting the Lord to speak directly to me about the fears that I have and how to respond to the needs of each minute. Sometimes just a phrase or one scripture is exactly what I need to get me through. I am so thankful for those who are underwriting this ministry, and I look forward to the day when I can give so others will receive the same hope. So my friends, I pray that as you go about your day, you'll look for those who need a hug. You may not be able to hug them physically, but you can give them the hug of the gospel by sharing the help and hope that only Jesus gives, especially as we think about that baby in the manger and all that he represents. Because of him, we are safely in the grip of our Father. Again, I'm Sharon Betters, and this is day 6 of 12 days of Christmas hope, brought to you by Inc Ministries.